money ain't everything. And let me tell you why. I'm not saying this because I'm broke or because you broke. Let me tell you why money ain't everything. Nah, growing up in the years of my life, I started realizing that the things people just do for money, like they just go crazy, they just lose their mind. And in reality, those people who let money overpower them, they lost in the money. And I don't want y'all to get lost in the money because your dreams are lost. Your goals are lost because you keep thinking about the next dollar you're going to make. Now, I know y'all going through problems in your life and everybody has a problem. So don't think that you're different because you have a problem. Everybody has a problem. He has a problem. She had a problem before. I had a problem before in my life. So with that being said, I don't want you to stress yourself out about problems in your life because you don't have no money. Because money comes and goes. And that's what I have to tell you guys. And then it stops us from creating. It stops us from finding our passion because we keep being worried about getting paid right away. And let's be for real. Let's be honest. How many of you guys had goals and dreams in your life? And now that you look up, you haven't done nothing towards your goal and your dream because you feel like you weren't gaining no money and you weren't getting no views or whatever you want to do from it. So you just fell out of touch with your so-called passion. So let me tell you why I think money is your own worst enemy, because you're doing it for the money. So you losing your passion. But if you have passion, how's you doing it for money? Your passion should be to add value to others. And once you learn that, how to add value to others, that should be your goal. And once you figure that out, how to add value, your goal, then everything else is going to come into place. Because I was accustomed to that too. Because I used to do music. I stopped doing music because I wasn't making no money. Let's be real. And a lot of you guys out there probably had goals and dreams that y'all doing that y'all not making no money from. Because y'all valuing money and y'all stopping. So that's how you let money become your own worst enemy, because you're doing everything for a dollar. Now you need money to survive. Let's be real. But don't let money define you. Don't let money move you. You need to move the money. Take that into consideration. Let that marinate. Don't let money move you. You need to move the money. So what that means, you can figure out your purpose in life to be financially free. But how you going to become financially free if you don't want to add value to your life because you keep thinking about you and making money for you? So figure out another way to do it. Stop trying to score all the points all the time. Be the assist man. Start helping others. Make sure everybody else get a chance to shine. And that's what your value is. Helping others. Now, your purpose is for you. What you want to do within yourself. What you doing it for. The reason you can look in the mirror at night and stuff like that. So once you realize what you doing it for and what you can look in the mirror and view yourself as, then you cool with your purpose. And that's what I had to learn, because growing up in this life, I seen a lot of things people do for money. And it just don't make no sense, because they always say it's the root of all evil. It is, because it really is the root of all evil, but it's the people mindset who want to do evil because they ain't got no money. So let that marinate. That's another lesson. Change your mindset. Stop thinking about, I need this much money. I need 8 million, 10 million. Everybody need 8, 10 million. But how you going to keep the 8, 10 million going? You keep thinking about 8, 10 million. Start thinking about your craft, your passion, and having fun. And all the millions that you thinking about having, it's going to come to you. So you can think big. So that's the lesson that I had to learn in life. Don't let money get you out your purpose. And you letting it be your own worst enemy because you're valuing it too much. So you can't get nothing done because you want to get paid right away. Okay, everybody want to get paid right away, but that's not how it works. So I want y'all to focus on that. I want y'all to take y'all time. I want y'all to do it right. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. Y'all might be having a clothing business. Y'all might be selling t-shirts or anything. Or y'all might have a liquor store and got products in it. Or y'all might have something y'all want to sell on the internet. That's cool. But what value are you really adding? Are you just here to make $1? Or you here to change somebody's life? If you really genuinely here to change somebody's life, you're going to go further than just trying to make $1. Because you're not letting money become your own worst enemy. And that's where we go wrong at. So if I want to be an artist, I'm learning that now. Because I have 9 projects. Look me up. It's called Skip Any Means. In situations like that, I put the link in the bio. And you can put your link in the bio for what you do. But I'm learning whatever I need to do in life, I need to add value to people. So whatever song I want to drop, I need to be able to add value. I can't just do a song talking about me balling on everybody. I can, but what's the value to it? What can we learn from this song? You see what I'm saying? And just like you in your life. So what you doing in your life, what can somebody learn from you? What's the lessons people need to learn? So they can cut the time out so they won't make the same mistakes as you. Why you gave up on your purpose? Oh yeah, because you weren't getting paid. I heard that story too many times. Stop being worried about that, because I saw the story with Kevin Hart when he was up on Breakfast Club. He was talking about the younger comedians, and they asked Kevin Hart, like, so when do you take breaks? He's like, I don't take no breaks. I go to sleep when I die. I was like, what? That's a harsh thing to say. He's like, because I love what I do. So what I want to take a break for? That's what you got to get your mind off. Stop feeling like, oh, I can do this. I want to chill. You getting comfortable. Don't get comfortable. And I'm learning that. That's what's deferring you from your dreams and goals. You put a money amount on it. You put a time frame amount on it. You making time and money your worst enemies. Because you keep putting the expectation on it. It's no never ending goal in being successful. Because you don't know how successful you can be. So why stop? So if you doing something in your life and you passionate about it, why stop? And that's what I had to learn. What was you stopping for? Learn how to do stuff within. So to relate to the Kevin Hart story, and my message, what he was saying was, he was talking about the comedians that came up in social media. He was like, I came up in a different era. Now these social media comedians, they coming up, they getting money off Instagram, YouTube, or whatever, but they're not taking things because they doing everything for money. And he was like, that's what's making them go wrong, because they making money their worst enemy. He said, the reason why I blew up, I did a comedy special for Shaq. And it was a favor for Shaq. And I told him, like, man, I'll just do it. It'd be a 20-minute set. He said, I already had another show booked, but I did this comedy set for Shaq for a favor. And tell me why that comedy show that I did for a favor, that's the one that blew up my career. Because I wasn't just thinking about the money. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. You want to make money, that's cool. But don't let money become your own worst enemy and stop you from your dreams and your goals. And he was saying that about the younger comedians. Like, that's how I'm the biggest comedian to this day. Because I didn't let money define me. I didn't let money move me. I moved the money. So once you learn that term, you're going to be better off. And a lot of us in this world probably don't got that term. 90% of us. That's why we always give up on our goals. That's why it's way less successful people than successful people. Because people always tell you that's not realistic. If it weren't realistic, wouldn't nobody be doing it. Everybody would be just living that same life. But you have to be different. Ain't nothing wrong with being different. You stand out. So that's what I'm starting to learn in life. Do something that adds value, that's different. Or if you feel like you want to do the same stuff somebody else is doing, figure out another way to make your style unique. There's nothing wrong with being inspired. Everybody's inspired. But what Kevin Hart was trying to say is that don't let money become your own enemy. Because his career wouldn't be as big as it is today if he did everything for money. It's like, it was times where I had to do stuff like that, like just do comedy shows for the love and look at the bigger picture. We don't look at the bigger picture. There we go. That's another lesson. We don't look at the bigger picture of stuff we need to do. We keep looking at being paid tomorrow. And look at Chris Tucker. They always talking about his Friday situation, how he was on Friday. They always say, did nobody get paid for that movie? But to this day, the first Friday is still the best Friday. And it's because Chris Tucker was one of a kind. And then once he blew Friday up, because they didn't even know the movie was going to be that big. And the only reason it was big because Chris Tucker was special. But he didn't do it for the money. He did it because he wanted to show that he was special. Then once he blew up Friday, now he getting paid in Rush Hour, $20 million a movie with Jackie Chan. And like Pops was saying, I wouldn't come back to Friday either if I'm making $20 million a movie. But if he was thinking about the money and was like, man, I ain't about to do this. I'm only getting paid $5,000. So that's why I be saying, stop making time and money your worst enemies. Because you're putting an amount on it. You're putting a time limit on it. And that's where you're going wrong. And that's the lesson that I had to learn in my life. And that's why money is your own worst enemy, because you make it that way. So that's a deep message. And you can apply that to anything you do in your life, because it's not going to be peaches and cream right away. And even when somebody want to sell something in life, they feel like they got to win 100%. So you in business, you want all your sales to go 100%. That's not realistic, bro. You got to be able to lose in order to win. And I keep telling y'all that. And I used to experience things like that too in my life. So that's why I'm sharing that with y'all, because that's what I was learning. So when you get those lessons and you learn what to do it for, you're going to be better off. And that's my message to y'all. So let me know if I got a point or if I'm tripping. And I'll see you on the next one.